I went to Costco and bought every single sparkling wine they sell for under $60. I ended up with 17 bottles ranging in price from $7 on the low end all the way up to $56 on the high end. In this lineup, we have well-known champagnes like Veuve Clicquot and Moet and Chandon, Proseccos like Mionetto, California sparklers like Mumm and Korbel, all of the hits from Costco's Kirkland signature brand, and so much more. And today, we're gonna find out which one is the absolute best. To do that, we're pitting them against each other in a head-to-head bracket-style tournament. That means in each round, only one wine can move on. And to keep things fair, we're gonna be conducting this tasting entirely blind. So that means I will have no idea what's in each of these glasses. And neither will you, because the only thing I'm putting on the screen is how much each wine costs. The winner will move on to the next round, but the loser will be instantly revealed. We'll keep doing this until there is just one winner of all 17. All right, so with all of that, are you ready? Because I am so damn excited. I absolutely love sparkling wine. Let's get to boozing. All right. We're jumping in right here with apparently 2 rosé wines. Let's get in here straight off with the sipping. Let's get right to the sipping. Yeah, this wine is like a little sweet, a little alluring, a little complex. Like, I like it. It's minerally. It's interesting. It messages to me like something interesting. Let's give it a sip. Oh, boy, I feel like I'm trudging through it. It just has too much flawedness. It tastes cheap, frankly. So, I don't know. You know, this one messaging me like something a little bit cheap. Let's check out this one. Let's give it a smell. Not too much to smell. It's got a little bit of that light sweet tart thing on the nose. It kind of just makes me think of kind of like sparkling candy air. So let's give it a taste. You know, these wines are trying to do 2 different things. This wine is trying to be a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more grown up. This wine is messaging to me like something that's just a little bit more sweet and well-rounded, but it tastes like maybe it has a few less flaws. With all that said, this wine is going to be our winner, but now this wine is going to be revealed. Let's see what this thing is. Oh, all right. Semi-sparkling wine made with organic grapes. The Papilou. I don't know about this wine. It just isn't doing anything for me. It was only $9, so it has that going for it, but I just don't think it's heading in any sort of interesting direction, and I think that each and every one of you deserves better. So let's move on. All right, before we begin this round, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dustin. I've tasted thousands of wines and have a level 1 sommelier certification, but most importantly, I believe that wine shouldn't be so buttoned up. It should bring you joy. So while I'm not the most expert wine guy, I promise to be the most fun. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so, because by the end of this video, you will know the single best sparkling wine you can buy at Costco for under 60 bucks. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. Taking a sniffy of wine number 3. Wine number 3 smells sweet in kind of an ungood way, like a way that I just don't really want to taste it, but here we go. Oh boy, wow, whoa. Wow, that tastes like sharp and tart and cheap. Ooh, that is bracing. That is lively. That is a wine that feels as if it is so uptight, like you could pass carbon through it and turn it into a diamond. Like, it is just deeply flawed with how tight it is. It just tastes so cheap, and by cheap, I mean it tastes thin. I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's see how this next one does. Okay, this also smells kind of sweet in an ungood way. Let's give it a taste and see how it goes. Oh man, okay. I don't know, this just tastes to me like some kind of perfect mimosa type of sparkling wine. Like, it just doesn't have a lot going on. It's pretty sweet, not very sweet, but like sweet, like undoubtedly a sweeter wine. With that, number 3 is going to be our loser. What is the loser of this round? The loser? All right, okay, interesting. So our loser, number 3 here, is one of the cheapest in our lineup, coming in at $7.97. It is a Cava, claimed to be made in the traditional method. I cannot recommend that anyone drink this. So with that, this baby is out. Cava, ours, Collecta, Codorniu, you're out. And number 4, you're moving on. And so are we. We are dealing with number 5 and number 6. This is very exciting. Let's dive in, take a little sniff. This wine smells very sweet, like very, very crushed up sweet tarts. Like imagine someone cracking open like a Topo Chico, pouring in like mortar and pestle sweet tarts into it and then taking a big old whiff. That's this wine. Let's give it a sip. Pretty sweet. Oh, it's got almost like a street gravy thing happening at the end. This is appalling. I don't like that wine. I don't like it at all. So how are you gonna do? Let's give it a smell. Yeah, it's pretty gentle, but what is there is a little bit limestoney, a little bit granite. Here we go, let's take a sip. Yeah, this is tremendous. This is wonderfully balanced. This has a citrusy brightness to it. It has an undercurrent of green apple, but with this beautiful heart, almost like a honey. Like we always say green apple with sparkling wines, but I would go so far as to say this one is showing up as like a little bit cosmic crisp. Like it's got some sweetness to it. This is a very interesting wine. I really like it. And you know, if I was gonna put money on it, I'd probably say it's a champagne. It's just got all of the kind of best parts of a champagne. This one over here, number 6, is the winner. It's gonna be moving on. And so it's time to reveal the loser, which is number 5. Here we go. What are we dealing with here? Woo! Oh yeah, Kirkland signature Prosecco, my mortal enemy. I do not like this stuff. Like, I just think there's so many other Proseccos that do admittedly cost a little bit more. I'm not saying I like them, but like, just La Marca, it's just so much better for $5 more. Like, I can't recommend it, and I don't like it. But number 6 is moving on, and so are we. All right, we are back with number 7 and number 8. It's time to get to the sniffy. Okay, this wine, you know, it smells a little haunting to me. It smells like the memory of a wine. I just can't tell whether it's a positive memory or not. It's just so faint, but it's a little alluring, a touch. I think we just gotta get to the tasting to see what we're dealing with here. Let's give it a taste. You know, this wine, it's flawed, but it's not the worst kind of flawed. Anyway, let's smell wine number 8. Here we go. This one definitely smells cheap. Kind of smells like a bouncy house. You know those things that you can rent and get them set up for like a kid's birthday party in the backyard? Like they have like a rubbery kind of scent. Let's get to the tasting. Yeah, I don't love this wine. It just tastes confused. We're gonna say that this is the loser of this round. Okay, so 7, you're moving on. And now number 8, you need to be revealed. Okay, what are we dealing with here? Because you are not that great. Okay, interesting, this one. Okay, what bums me out about this one not being good, so this one is a $14 wine. It is just from France. Even more, it says that it was created by an American woman who moved to the French countryside. Our sparkling wines both elevate and celebrate every day. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't think that this person, this American woman who moved to the French countryside, decided to, like, it's the antithesis. She decided to buy grapes from all over France? Like, wouldn't it make more sense if she moved to the French countryside? She saw maybe a plot of land and was taken by the beauty and majesty of this place and was like, I'm gonna settle my roots and I'm gonna make sparkling wine. I don't know, I think this is BS. Anyway, I don't love this wine. It tastes cheap and it tastes like sweaty men playing racquetball. But you, 7, you're moving on, and so are we. All right, we are ready for the next round. We've got number 9 and we've got number 10. Okay, let's give this thing a smell. Man, number 9 just smells kind of like a little bit of sweet motor oil sort of thing. Like, it's not particularly alluring. It's not alluring. It's not beckoning me to do much with it. Not loving it so far, number 9, but let's give it a taste. Oh, I do not like the way that tastes at all. Oh, it is. Oh, it's like rancid cotton candy with like a minerally backbone. Oh, that is like complex in all the wrong ways. Like, it's this hard to drink. Yeah, this wine sucks. I don't like it. I don't like you, number 9. So number 10, we've just rolled out the red carpet for you. Here we go, let's get to the sniffing. Oh, I don't at all like the way that smells. I really, really don't. It smells like it's gonna pull a prank on you. Like, it just smells evil. It just smells like incorrect. Let's give it a try. There isn't anything here. Like, there's nothing here. This wine is coming across as like nothing. Like, it's just limp and flaccid and lame and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, it makes me like it less than this one. At least I have something to talk about with you all, and I think that it might maybe change a little bit over time, this one, but this isn't going anywhere. This is just like such a waste of time and money. So with all of that, our winner for this round is number 9. But now, let's see what number 10 is. Okay, oh, I do believe that this one was the cheapest one at $6.97. This is apparently a rosé Prosecco, and it is really not worth your time. Yeah, it has an evil, sinister smell. It doesn't deserve to be in this panel of some really nice wines from France. So for shame, you don't belong. But you know where you belong, shockingly, is in the next round. And that's where we're headed. All right, we are back. And by the way, if you like wine and having fun, then you'll probably like my free newsletter. Every few weeks, actually, I'm kind of down to like every week, I send out an email with valuable wine info and recommendations for every budget and price point. So if you're a cool person, head on over to wineguydustin.com to sign up. That's wineguydustin.com to sign up. All right, let's get into this. We've got number 11. Let's get to the sniffies. Yeah, this has a weird sweetness. I don't like it. I don't like the smell of this wine. It honestly kind of smells like soda pop. Let's give it a taste. Huh, it's not great, but it's also got a little bit of a bad. Well, a little bit of OJ, I think that would all be okay. What surprises me about this is it has a cohesion to it. Like, it doesn't go in 25 different directions. It was just kind of okay being like, here is an experience, have it. Let's check out number 12 now. Number 12 is faint, but it has like a bit of rock in there, like a rock. Not like Dwayne Johnson. Maybe a little alluring. It's so faint though, I can't totally tell. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, this wine just tastes kind of simple and lame. Like, it just tastes like a lame duck. I don't really think it's doing anything. Listen, I don't feel great right now about either of these, but I kind of feel like this one is a little bit more interesting. I kind of feel like it's trying to do something, and I don't feel like this other one's doing much. So 11, you're gonna be moving on, you lucky bastard. Let's find out what's in number 12. Oh, I say so many good things about this. I'm wrong. This is, by the way, a $20 wine, and I do recommend it to people, but I like how I described it. Like, it tastes like it's doing the bare minimum to be something. Like, champagnes are typically $50 a bottle. Costco is somehow pulling this miracle off for $19.99. They are doing the bare minimum. Like, whatever the absolute razor's hair decision on bare minimum is, they're going for it. Again, not bad in any way. I didn't use any bad words to describe this. I just kind of described it as there. Luckily, we have someone that is moving on, and that's you lucky bastard. All right, you lucky bee. You're gonna be something someday. Let's find out. All right, moving on. Okay, we are back with number 13, number 14. Let's start with number 13. Let's give it a smell. Not much going on, although, like, I kind of feel like it's got like a peppercorn thing. It's not always like the best thing you're looking for in sparkling wine, but also like not bad, not bad. I don't know, it's like kind of sophisticated. Let's give it a taste. That's okay. That is okay. It doesn't have really too many present flaws. It's just like okay. It's an okay drinker. It kind of tastes like a French Provençal-ish type of sparkling rosé. Like, it's good. It's got some character. I'm okay with that wine. Let's see what's going on with number 14 here. Ooh, okay, number 14, like, you have to take a leap of faith with me. What I'm about to tell you is a good thing. Number 14 smells like beef stew. Like, in the best way, it is popping off as like kind of meaty, kind of like different. It's cohesive. I'm excited to try it. Here we go. Okay, isn't even a contest. This is lovely and sophisticated. It's offering so much. Like, I mean, it's being generous. Like, it is giving in every dimension. It is handing you gifts. I really like this, and it's definitely moving on. Let's find out what number 13 is. This one's a little bit of a bummer. I feel like this one was like goodish. It was goodish. Oh man. Oh my God. How do you taste the way you taste? You taste French. You don't even taste like Prosecco. This one is so much better than that purple labeled one. By the way, this is $7.99. It is really, I think, punching above its weight class. Like, this is pretty good for $8. I don't love it or anything, and I think I was clear about that, but like, it has some sophistication to it. I am shocked. All right, this one's out, and you, Mr. Man, are moving on. All right, we are back with the final match in round one. Since I ended up with 17 wines, this final round has 3. And so I'm gonna pick the best of all 3. Let's start by taking a sniff of number 15. Yeah, number 15 is a little light and faint, but also a little alluring. This is a nice, delicate sort of thing. There's not too much to say about it. It's just kind of simple, but also nice. It's nice. Let's give it a taste. That's pretty good. It's a little brash, a little brazen. You know, it's just showing up for me as not the most sophisticated thing, and I'm looking for something a little bit classier. Let's smell number 16. Number 16 is a bit more alive. It's a bit more lemony. It's a bit more rock-y. Let's give it a taste. Interesting. I think I like this one more than the first one. A little hard to tell. Honestly, it's also pretty brazen, a little brash. I'm gonna jump over here because this might be a moot point. Might be totally moot if this one's a slam dunk. So let's take a look here at number 17. Let's give it a smell. When you go to a nice sushi restaurant, they typically give you your little soy sauce saucer, but it's not just like a little ceramic one. Oftentimes it's like some sort of fancy stone. This smells like one of those dry. Like it's just got like a soy sauce essence, but it's also stone-like, like light stone. I don't know, I like it. It's kind of sophisticated. I like it. Let's give it a taste. Wow, these are all like pretty narrowly defined. I have to say, they all shown up reasonably similar. 15 is for sure one of the losers. It just has a sense of flaws. I'm leaning in this direction of this one being the best. And I'm gonna lock that choice in. I'm gonna lock number 17 in. The reason why is that of all of these, only one that hasn't like shown me a bad side. Like the rest of these have kind of done something along their journeys to piss me right off. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh boy, how the mighty have fallen. This is still good, don't get me wrong, but like, it's also just not jumping out to me as the best, clearly, of the champagnes on offer. How fascinating, Madame Clicquot. You should be just a little disappointed in yourself, costing the most and showing up so in such a subpar fashion. Number 16. Oh, a Franciacorta. How interesting. Wow, this is interesting. Why is this so interesting? So Franciacorta are sparkling wines from Italy made in that traditional champagne method, okay? Not the way that Proseccos are made. And they typically have a price tag more consummate with that additional effort. This one was $29.99. I've always said that I think these are great values. I haven't ever had a chance to do a Franciacorta next to like a classic champagne, but it's remarkable how similar they are and how much really that essence of champagne is trapped in this bottle for 1/2 the price. Like, I totally recommend this wine. This wine was really good. This is interesting and has personality, and like, it goes toe to toe with this Veuve over here. So I think this is some excellent consumer advice. If this video has at all been helpful to you so far, it would mean the world to me if you'd consider hitting that like button, as I say, just giving it a thumbs up, and also subscribing. The more subscribers we get, truly, the more amazing sorts of things that we can do together, and so I really, really appreciate it. All right, let's move on to the next round. All right, we are back in the new round. I have been born anew, and I'm excited to tackle wine number 1. Let's give it a smell. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's like a little sophisticated, a little sweet. Nothing to write home about. Let's give it a taste. It's okay. It's a little sweet, a little cheap tasting, but it's okay overall. It's okay, is all I'm trying to say. Honestly, I'm struggling to find other words, which is so indicative of what it is. It is just and will always be. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Let's give it a smell. 4 smells sweet, cheap. Not digging it. Taste time. I don't think this would impress anyone. And maybe that's not the goal. I don't think it's doing anything. Listen, I am about to pass judgment, and my judgment, as you know, never wavers and is complete and final. And in this case, I am passing unwavering, complete, final judgment that number 1 gets to move on, and number 4 needs to be revealed because it needs to atone for its sins. Oh, it's something, another Prosecco. Get all these goddamn Proseccos out of this competition. You know, this one though, as far as Proseccos go, it does have a little something to it. It's just not something that someone would be like, oh wow, I had like a wine experience. Oh, what'd you have? Mionetto Prosecco. So you're like, oh, are you drunk still? Like, yeah, this is fine. Fine, pour some orange juice in it. It's good. Let's move on. Let's keep doing it. All right, we are back for the next matchup. We've got number 6 and number 7. It is time to get right to the sniffing. Here we go. Nice. I'm gonna go with nice. It's a nice word. Nice. This wine smells nice. This wine's pretty good. This wine shows up well. You know, it's got a nice nose. I was gonna say anything negative about it. It's just that like, it's a little brash. It's a little brazen. Like, I don't think of sparkling wines as like these loud things. I kind of think of them as seductive things, sexy things. But it's pretty good. I like the way that one tastes. Let's give this one a smell. A little bit harder to make out what's going on with this one. It's just cloudier. It's just a little fainter, honestly. Let's give it a taste. Oh man, my instinct is that I prefer this one a little bit. If there's some sort of simplicity to this. This is the hardest one yet. The thing about sparkling wine, and I think that you've all maybe experienced this. Hopefully I'm just kind of putting some words to something you've already felt intuitively, which is that kind of the range of experience in terms of the best experiences and the worst experiences, it's a bit more narrow with sparkling wines. In other words, the floor and ceiling are just like closer together, right? Like the quality floor is higher. And so it can be difficult to tell the difference between which wines are really good. It can be difficult then to decipher between two wines that both are like goodish. They're like good. So it's like, how do you choose one when the range can be just like a little bit, yeah. I mean, the reality is this like a little bit more brash one. I don't know, it just kind of is showing up in my mind as like a little bit cheaper, but not bad. This one is trying to convince me, whereas this one seems to be less concerned with my opinion. This one's got a little bit more of like a bad boy energy. Even though there's some part of me that's just saying like, but this one's trying harder. There's just something bad boy about this one that I kind of like. I don't know, maybe it's just that I've had 42 sips of wine at this point. I'm just looking for a little bit more fawns. But I'm gonna put number 6 through, and we're gonna take a look at what number 7 is. I'm really excited to see what this is. I feel like it could be a little bit heartbreaking. Oh, the $17.99 Chandon Brut. This is pretty good. I really think that it's like a pretty good wine for $17.99, and it was doing a lot of convincing there. It was really trying really hard at the end. And I don't know, I feel like I might regret you. I kind of feel like you have some flaws and stuff, and it just might be the fact that I've been drinking a lot that I'm just kind of like, ooh, you're different. But like, you just kind of tasted a little bit more less. That has to make sense. And with that, we're gonna move on. All right, we are back in it to take a look at number 9, number 11. What do you say we do that first thing we always do? The sniffy part, the nosing. Yeah, the nosing of this one is nice, simple. I feel like as I'm drinking these, my words are getting worse, but you know what? The reality is like, they're just becoming averaged out. Like you just kind of lose yourself in them a little bit. But this is light and bright and zesty, and yeah, let's give it a taste. All right, this is showing up as like pretty opinionated. I'm not sure I'm loving all of the opinions, if I'm completely honest. It doesn't mean it's not good. It's actually kind of good, but it's also, let's just put a little stopper in this. Let's head over to number 11. Let's see what's going on with number 11. Hey there, number 11. How you doing? Yeah, this has a beautiful smell. I don't know, this is the definition of alluring. Like the more I get in there, the more that I feel like I'm finding something. So let's give it a taste. Man, this one's a no-brainer. I attest to the fact, I feel like this is gonna be cheap. This one's our loser. It's something about 25 sparkling wines in a row where they do start to kind of compact a little bit, because as I keep drinking, the more I can tell that they're pretty different, but heck, man. Woo! First taste, they were kind of like, look at how similar we might be. They're not. This one's really good. This one's fine. So with all of that, we're gonna move number 11 on, you lucky dog. We're gonna find out what the heck this one is. Number 9, what are you? Who are you? You know, something fine. Oh, how interesting. Wow. Okay, this wine, like when I saw this at Costco for 20 bucks. Okay, we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but its label is like pretty unsophisticated and its bottle shape feels like some sort of Greco-Roman bottle. And then when I look on the back, it says Vino Spumanti. It just kind of made me think that it was gonna be not good. I don't know, there's not a lot of words on here. It just says sparkling wine. I guess I'm just surprised you got where you got. I forgot that you existed. And so, in some weird, crazy way, I don't recommend this one, but I don't hate it. All right, let's move on. All right, we are in the final matchup of round 2. We've got number 14 and number 17. Let's get right into it. Let's give this one a smell. This one is very generous in the way that it smells. It is offering a lot. It's sweet, but sophisticated and complete. I like the way this smells. Let's give it a taste. That one is full stop great. It's really great. It is got the whole cohesion thing, like that big vascular cohesion, but it's got all sorts of components in great harmony. Like that one is really sitting pretty right now. Good job, 14. Let's check out number 17. Okay, it's showing up kind of light on the nosing. Let's give it a taste. Listen, this is one of these times where like, this one just feels like a little bit of a bummer to me in the sense that like, this is really good. It's just like, this one feels all sorts of put together in a really cool, exciting way. It's just feels a little standout to me right now. This one is awesome. I really like it. I really do. But at the end of the day, the one that is moving on is number 14. And unfortunately, this is what happens when you get further along. We gotta start cutting some good teammates. This wine is great. I think if it wasn't up against this, it would have gone further. And so I kind of feel like this one might hurt. Oh, it does hurt. I really like this wine. I really do. I think Moet is one of the most, it's like a great value. This one was $42.99, but I am seeing it often now in the like low 30s at H-E-B grocery store near us. And I think that's not just an H-E-B thing. I don't know. I feel like they've done something. Anyway, this is remarkable. It's really good. This one just feels like put together in a really interesting way. And hey, you beat out Veuve and a Franciacorta. What a stud. So anyway, you rock. Don't ever forget it. You're a f***ing animal, but you get to move on to the next round. And so are we. All right, we are back and we are in round 3, the semifinals. Are you both excited?
Yes, we're so excited.
That's amazing to hear. I am too. Here we go. Yeah, this one, I kind of feel like this one's limping through. I kind of feel like this one's got that safe path. This one feels like it's just kind of sauntered through in some way. I don't know. Let's give it a taste. It's at best fine. It probably was a first round knockout that should have been. Number 6. Let's see what you're made of. Yeah, this one smells so interesting. It smells so powerful, but also not. I don't know. As I get in there, the more I'm nosing. Oh, I didn't ask for permission. Is it okay? Do I have your permission?
No, you don't.
Oh, shit. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get in there anyway. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was something, but now it just kind of smells a little bit like, I don't know. I'm getting into the taste. We gotta get right in the tasting. It's good that we get that ceiling floor problem right now. Let's get into it. I've got it. At the end of the day, I don't know. Oh my God, this is so hard. It's not hard because like they're so similar necessarily. It's just kind of like they're both so not making a killer impression. Neither of them is like really trying to impress me. I need to think about this through y'all's lens. What is the better consumer recommendation? Let me look at it through that lens. At the end of the day, this is showing up a little bit more as like a traditional sparkling wine interpretation, but this one is like got a little bit more oomph to it, a little bit more something. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna regret this one, but I kind of feel like this one is just, you're more likely to feel something if you go track this one down. So skeptical about these. These sparkling wines are all blending into one. All right, one. I feel like you have limped into f***ing finals. Let's find out what you are. 6. If this is champagne, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Thank God. Listen, it's not that this is bad. Like, Mumm is pretty cool. Pretty cool in the sense that, like, it's affordable and, like, it shows up reasonably well. But boy, it's just a little one-dimensional. And while I kind of feel like you're not extra-dimensional, you're bringing something to the party that's a little unique. And I gotta respect that. So with that, you are out, and you, my friend, are moving on. All right, we are back, ready to explore number 11 and number 14. This one's for all the marbles, guys. Like, no doubt about it. There's a lot riding on this, and so do your best. Like, show up good. Let's check out number 11. Yeah, smells nice, lovely, like pleasant. Like, I really enjoy the smell of this one. Let me get right to the sipping. Yeah, it starts off making a pretty good impression, and then it falls off. It falls off. You emphatically fall off. And I need to start trusting my gut on these because your ceiling floor situation's pretty tight. And so unless you do something horrible, you're probably gonna be in. Let's check it out. Number 14, smells. Oh, this smells wonderful. Like, really nice, really nice. I like smelling it quite a bit. It's just like a honeycomb, like a sparkling honeycomb. Time to sip. Okay, this one doesn't fall off a cliff. This one does. And so I just have to be decisive. It's not something that I'm always that good at, if I'm honest. And so I am gonna crown number 14 the winner of this round. And together we're gonna find out what this one is. I'm so terrified of these. If this is the Piper Heathseek, I am gonna be decimated. Thank Christ. I thought that this was like not good. I mean, it does say that it's in the champagne method champenois, but like, it's okay. Like, I'm stunned at how much I actually am okay with this wine. I thought this was a total write-off. And so it's readjusting my expectations of wine right now a little bit. It's not great. This is really tasty. I really like that one, but like, this is okay. But it did better than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be like a sugar bomb, but it's actually like doing an okay job. Let's move on to the finals. All right, we have arrived at the finals. We've got number 1 versus number 14. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get right into this. I feel like 1 just waltzed its way up here through a series of reasonable beats. I don't know, like, I feel like it kicked out Papilou, and I mean, it did beat out Chandon Brut. You know, that's pretty cool. I don't know, I just kind of feel like this one has something going on, but times they are a-changin', friends, and so am I. So let's give it a sniff. You know, I don't know why I'm so like giving this wine, why I'm so resistant to it. I think it's just subconsciously, like, I bought them, it's blind, but it's blind up to a point. Like, I know one of them is like the rosés. You know, frankly, like, I don't want to be embarrassed on the internet. Like, I don't want to be the one who's like, and the winner is like some cheap $6 rosé. Like, I value that you all trust me and my opinions. And so there's some little voice in the back that's kind of like, but Dustin, maybe this one isn't as good as you think. And like, I think that that's wrong. I think that this is actually doing a shockingly good job of impressing me, and it's eking by, but anyway, I just need to stop coming to the table with that, and I just need to be open with y'all about what I'm actually experiencing. And the reality is, I like the way this one smells, and so I hope I might like the way it tastes. Let's do it. It just, to me, this wine, it tastes like that Miraval Provençal Rosé, the one from Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, which you can check out in the I Tried Celebrity Wines video here. It was one of the highest rated wines that I had in that video. It showed up so well. This just tastes like a lightly sparkled version of it. It's really cool. Like, it's cool to connect those two things, like one of my favorite wines from that video with a texture that I deeply appreciate. So I like this. I think this is good. And I'm gonna drop all the pretense of like, oh, I wanna show up as like smart wine guy Dustin and just be real. I think this is a good wine, and I think that it's cool that it ended up here. Let's check out this one. This one honestly smells to me like it has a hint of Krug champagne to me. Krug is a $300 a bottle champagne. And I think what is the defining characteristic on the nose of Krug is like a little bit of a golden raisin thing. Most champagnes are so bright and lively, but Krug with its 120 different wine blend, that's right, they blend over 100 different wines together to make Krug. I don't know, it just ends up with this sophistication, this heaviness to it that I think is rare in those types of wines. And like, you know, I think that's showing up here and I think that's badass. That's so cool. You're cool for that. And I'm gonna give it a taste now. Okay, when people talk about structure in wine, I want you to think about it for a second like a lattice, like a hashtag, just a grid of lines going across and vertical. Wines with great structure, well, they are complete. They are a completely unbroken string of horizontal and vertical connections. And it somehow transcends when you taste it. Like you can feel this completeness. It's special when winemakers get that right. When acid and tannin and alcohol and sugar, sweetness all show up in some sort of perfect harmony. It's like rare to find that, and it's like really stands out when you do, and this wine has it. I think this wine kicks a ton of ass. And so this wine, number 14, is without a doubt the winner of this head-to-head. And I will say the head-to-head format might not get you the perfect ranking of 1, 2, 3, 4. It does get you the best wine. And that's really what you need. The number one wine, for sure, sparkling wine from Costco, under $60 is, oh yeah, the Piper Heatsick Champagne for only $27.97. I thought when I saw it, I thought it was a mistake. I thought this was like a $50 a bottle of wine. Also, they gave me this. Hold on. I haven't known what to do with this. It comes in like a little Piper Heatsick condom so that you can, so I bought it. This wine is exceptional. I am, full stop, the next time at Costco, I am buying a case of this. It really hits so far above its weight class in terms of quality of sparkling wine experience that I cannot recommend it enough. And you, number 2, I'm stunned that you've done what you've done. Let's reveal who you are. So this is the sister wine of that one that we knocked down in the first round. Yes, this is created by an American woman who moved to the French countryside. And so I'm really stunned at how much of a whiff the Blanc de Blanc was, but how kind of sophisticated and cool the Brut Rosé is. They're both the exact same price. They're both $13.99. This one's pretty cool for that much money. I think it's worth, listen, there's no reality where any of you winos out there are gonna taste this and be like, Dustin, like this is the best wine ever. No, but hear me out. For $13.99, maybe buy a bottle and take it home and see what you think. I'd love to hear what you think too, to see if maybe it snuck up a little too far. Keep in mind what it was up against in each of the rounds. It wasn't up against Moet and Chandon. Okay, let's just do a little bit of a debrief here because this was one of the most fascinating tastings that I've done. And the reason why was that there weren't that many total duds. There were a lot of like pretty good ones. First and foremost, Veuve being thrown out in the first round, like it's not bad. It was up against this Franciacorta and Moet and Chandon. And so yes, I do think that it is worse than these two, which means it's like not a great value, but like, I'm not suggesting that we turn up our nose at Veuve. I will say for the longest time, my sort of like default preferred house champagne was always Moet. I always thought it was like the perfect mix of value, but like I am fully in on Piper Heatsick now. I'm never looking at you again. And so maybe you might try the same. I thought it was really cool how that shook out. I'm putting these two in like a I can't believe this happened category. Like Korbel, I clubbed this in with Andre. This is not Andre. This is shockingly, surprisingly decent. I'm not gonna say good. I even already my prejudice is coming back. And you are nothing like Purple Label. It's like, okay, this one's okay. A little sophisticated, a little cool. Mumm, I don't know what to think about you. you're such a thinker. I don't know, and not in a good way. I don't know. Just maybe don't buy Mumm. That's my opinion. Okay, you are a total mystery to me. I don't know how you exist and that you work. I think it's worth your time. For $13.99, why not? I think the unsung hero of this particular lineup is this Franciacorta. What a cool wine. It beat out Veuve at half the price. And it has a cooler story to kind of be like, yeah, this is Italian wine made in the French wine style, like the champagne style. I don't know. I feel like this is the one that I'm most excited after this whole thing to explore further. And so for sure, buying a case of this, but also drinking this one now to learn about it. Anyway, all right, now that we are cleaned up, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, now is a great time to do so, and I would personally really appreciate it because the more subscribers we get, the larger and more expensive these wine tournaments will be for you in the future. Think like $500 wines mixed in with these top shelf $20 Costco buys. Also, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget about the free newsletter, which you can sign up for at wineguydustin.com. If you want to support the channel, well, normally I would ask that you might check out the links below, but in this case, I'd really love to introduce you to something else that's really near and dear to my heart. So my wife is starting a new business. This is a huge venture for her. She's leaving her job in consulting and launching into a startup full-time, and it's called Good Grief. So my wife lost her father to cancer about 2 years ago. And while her father was battling cancer, she and I got married. And it was clear to her that there were all of these resources available to people going through a wedding planning process, but there were virtually no reason. These are things like The Knot and Zola, and there's nothing available for someone that's faced with an end-of-life situation. People are just on their own, and so my wife is trying to launch something that will help people in that really challenging time. It's not just for the person, it's for all of the people around the person who might be suffering and facing an end-of-life situation. And so this is going to be a platform called Good Grief. You can check it out at joingoodgrief.com. One of the things that she's promoting right now is something called a grief care package. So if you know someone who is experiencing grief, perhaps has been diagnosed with something or is in a caregiver situation and is giving care, which is a really difficult thing. I saw firsthand how much work that was with her mother, like full-time, spending every ounce of herself and caring for her sick husband. This is something that you can purchase right now and send it to someone that you care about, and just to show them that, yeah, it's in lieu of flowers. It's something a little bit more meaningful. So this is an arrangement of thoughtfully chosen things from my wife's own experience. These are things that are focused on self-care. There's a candle for when you just want to burn something. There's a journal, there's an emotion wheel, things to help you when you're crying, there's things to help you feel better. But most importantly, she's building a platform to help connect people to the resources they need. And it also includes a membership to that platform. So if you know anyone, these are shipping right now from Amazon.com. It would mean the world to us if you would consider checking it out. But the reality is, my wife hopes to really help some people who need it most. And so if this at all sounds like there's someone in your life that could benefit from this, maybe give it a shot, maybe take a look. Check out joingoodgrief.com, or you can also search on Amazon for the Good Grief Care Package. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, if you found this video interesting, then you should definitely check out this one, where I did a similar head-to-head tournament of every red wine from Costco under 15 bucks to find out which one was best. And it's the most watched video I've ever made. It was a good one. I think you'd enjoy it. I'll see you there. Bye.